Hey everyone, hopefully having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. Looks like it's getting ripped today. I'm getting ripped. That's what it is in terms of the markets. Big pullback today. So let's take a look. I'll give you my financial opinion and we can take a look at all this stuff together. Here we are with crude oil selling off today, big sell off. We are still above the trend line. We touched it today, did a little massaging on it, little bump and grind. More grinding than bumping, I guess. But we're at 108, and we're right on that. So we'll see if this trend line holds. We do have a lot of momentum today, guys. We do. We have a lot of momentum. Natural gas, not holding back either. We broke out of this pattern to the downside, and we could see further downside here. This is a lot of momentum coming here. The bounce wasn't super strong, and I think we could potentially head lower. Am I doing anything with my shares? I'm not. I'm not doing anything, guys. But I'm looking for buying opportunities. XOP, yeah, you got sold off me. Selling off today. This was the support line, cut right through it. It's like a hot knife through butter, guys. Could we pull back further? We very well could, but we're still above the big picture view trend. So we could pull back and have a pullback that could come back. Now, the fundamentals of oil look good. The inventories are still declining. And, short term, we could have a pullback before we head higher. It's a possibility. And it's occurring, looks like it. SM Energy getting sold off today. We were on support there. We're selling off a little bit. Could we find some buying pressure here? We're going to have to find out. We're going to have to wait and look. I'm not selling my shares, guys. We've got lots of support in this general vicinity through here. Lots of shares have traded and exchanged in that area. I think we'll find support somewhere in that same area down here. So I'm holding on, guys. Holding on to the shares. CDEV also selling off. I mean, most everything sold off quite harsh today. Again, it's within the pattern. If I were to grab this guy and put it more like this, that's probably about where it would be, maybe up a little bit, somewhere in this range there. And we're riding on top. We're still within the pattern. We'll see what happens. We got Crew Energy selling off. We could see further downside. We've got support down underneath it down here. We've got this is Callon Petroleum selling off a little bit. We've got strong support where that white line is down there, if it decides to go that low. Athabasca Oil selling off a little bit today. We had some support right, kind of basically where it's at. Recaf selling off a little bit. This is an exploration company. Crescent Point Energy, again, selling off, coming back to this support level. We'll see if it holds. Northern Oil and Gas getting smoked today. I do own this one. We could come back and do a retest of this breakout at $24. GTE, Grand Tier Energy, selling off a little bit. We do have support in this general vicinity of where it's at. Tellurian, selling off a little bit. Pedevco, selling off. We've got support underneath it here. This thing's been bouncing back and forth between resistance and support the whole time. Oasis, backing out on this guy, non-logarithmic. Selling off. Now this could head a little bit lower here, guys. It looks like we got some volume behind that too. I don't think this is done though. I just, we might sell off and meander a little ways down, but I don't think the oil bull market's done. I don't think it's done. CRK selling off today, and you could see that support level underneath it at 1450-ish. So we're getting close to that. Sandridge selling off some more. Again, we could pull back all the way to 14, 15 bucks. It doesn't mean we will, but it's a high possibility. Ring Energy selling off, breaking through that support level to the downside. We could see further downside here in Ring Energy. Surge Energy selling off. Again, everything sold off with oil and natural gas falling. There it is long term. Logarithmic. Tamarack Valley Energy. We could see a sell-off here. You can see that big wick at the top here. Here's the monthly. You can see the wick, and that usually indicates that we could see a pullback in the short term. Crescent Energy pulling on back. That was breaking through support there, so that's a big pullback there. Vermilion Energy pulling on back. We'll see if that support line holds. And then Mega Energy also pulling on back. Getting a little bit of selling pressure and a whole bunch of different things there. We had a pullback here. We'll probably pull back to, I don't know, 15.50 or 16 bucks, something like that. Energy service companies. This does look like we could pull back, guys. Here's Logarithmic. We could be hitting and pulling back, and hopefully this trend line coming up in the blue line holds. So that's what we're heading towards next. It's got to hold. Tetra Technologies selling off a little bit today. Doesn't look horrible, but doesn't look good. Transocean, another one. Let's do some big picture charting here, see if there's anything. That looks like we could head back lower if it doesn't break this trend line. This is ProPetra Holdings coming back. Looks like it's cutting through that support area. Today we were cutting back through it. We could see further downside. EXTN cutting back below its support line. We'll see where that goes next. Valaris, little update there. Not too much here. And we've broken this pattern to the downside there. We've got MMA Offshore Limited moving sideways. Tidewater getting sold off, so we could see further downside there. Next year, Oilfield Solutions, kind of a larger sell-off. Next support level, 7.8. Oops. Clixy, KLXE, a little bit of selling pressure there, guys. We could head a little bit further to the downside. CHX moving sideways there. Cactus Energy getting some selling pressure today. Let's see where that one's at on long term. We're out on support now. We'll see if the support line holds. Getting some selling pressure. Looks good on the monthlies. Getting a little bit of selling pressure on the dailies. OII is breaking that support level, this little support level to the downside. We could see further downside in OII. Noble Energy on the dailies right at support. We'll see if that holds. Helix Energy Solutions getting some selling pressure right on support. CGG UIY, small little day today in comparison to everything else. Probably sideways action. We've got Petrofac going down a little bit. I'm going to skip McCoy Global. I can't really see it. Diamond Offshore just contracting down. Looks like it's trying to find a bottom somewhere in this vicinity where it's at. Again, we had a lot of selling pressure today, guys. Lots of momentum. We could see further downside. This needs to work its way out, and eventually I'll be a buyer. The inventories are still declining in oil. The problems are not solved. So this is what you'll learn with time is the fundamentals can look really good, but sometimes things get overbought. Too many people get in the trade, it gets too crowded, and then it sells off and consolidates for a little bit, even though the fundamentals could be looking very good. Would I be a buyer at some point? I would be a buyer at some point in a lot of these. But I'm not going to jump in front of the train. The train with all that momentum coming back down, I'm gonna hold off, wait for a bottom. I'll load up into strength, and then ride it. The fundamentals are there. The ratios, they're medium priced at the moment. They'll probably become even better priced with the pullback. But right now, there's a lot of momentum. Selling pressure in oil and natural gas. I'd like to see that reverse before getting too bullish. Again, we're sitting on top of some of these support lines. Oil is, and we have to see if that support line holds. And I think it's going to take probably a week or two to see if that thing holds. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Give me a thumbs up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Platinum membership. We're doing a question and answer session at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can still make it if you want to, and you can ask me questions on a lot of these things. But that's what I've got coming up. That's all I've got for today, at least for this clip. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.